These are the meditations of Kantes. On today's meditation, chosen one's empaths. It's quite important. I always have something on my face and I haven't eaten. Anyway, it's very important for you to understand that those narcs, those people who called whatever title they took while you were asleep, whatever title the Matrix expect you to still go by with them, you have to understand that they hate you. Like they really, really dislike you. It's a very deep dislike that they didn't know where it came from. They always thought it was you, that's why they projected something onto you. But as you wake up and as you continue to see, you'll start to see just why they hated you and the fact that they hated you. It's something very, for me, it took many years, I wouldn't say many years, maybe 2 or 3 years to be able to grasp it. And of course, every day you think you've gone forward and then you, you know you feel something but just burn a bit, and that's a certain story comes up in your mind and you remember, oh, I have to process that. So let me share a story which allowed me to see that these narcs hated me. Particularly, I've spoken about my narcissistic parents who I label as caretakers. The female caretaker, one time, this was around 2021. One time, it was around, I was doing my driving license, and at that time I was really exercising and working out a lot. I had really, zoned in on my physique, and I was working on legs for that particular season. That's really all I was focused on. So I was really going hard, and if you've gone to the gym, something you need to do, especially when you do legs, is to drink a lot of water. So I was consistent with my water, and I think I was taking a certain supplement. It was called creatine. So in my mind, I had never taken supplements. Supplements and steroids are very different. Supplements are natural, derived substances. So, but because of my own stories and just looking at the people I know back in the day, I was like, man, if I'm taking this supplement, I have to go hard. So I was going hard, and for that day, I probably didn't drink enough water. So you know what happens when you do that: muscle pulls and cramps. So we are at the table room. It's just myself and the female narc, and then female narc caretaker. And I think she sends me something to the kitchen. So I get up. Her legs are in like a bathtub type of these things you go to take from a spa. Her legs are in like the bucket with hot water. She was soaking her legs. Their legs stink like a motherfucker. Anyway, so she sends me to go and get some whatever she sent me to. And as I wake up, my legs begin to cramp up uncontrollably. There's really nothing I could do, and all I did was just fall to the ground. And I was really moaning in pain because it was painful, but I also didn't know what it was. So I'm like, I'm like, what is this? I'm on the ground. Remember, I was seated next to the narc, the female narc, narc caretaker. She was right there. What does the Matrix tell you that the female narc caretaker, your mother, what are the expectations? That she should have empathy, that she should always, care for you. Of course, if there were other people, she would have had another response, because they're always aware of the mask that the Matrix needs. So, but while we were there was really no incentive for her to put her mask up. While I'm there writhing in pain, I'm telling you, it was an incredible. I mean, I woke up, my eyes were just soaked in tears. Not that I was crying, it's just that level of pain you feel. Baka, your eyes just do their thing. But I was okay, and then immediately I knew I haven't drank water. But listen to what she did while I was on the ground. While I was on the ground, I'm writhing in pain, moaning in pain. It's very. You'll think it's a movie. While I was writhing in pain, she took out a phone and started to record me while I'm on the floor. Imagine that. The narc survivors and all thrivers will tell you that your narcissistic family hates you on a deeper level. I'm on the ground, writhing in pain. She took out her phone and started recording me for close to 10 minutes. She never got up from her seat while I was on the ground. Never did Listen, my niggas. This thing sounds like, This sounds like a movie, right? While I never forgot that. In fact, not only did I forget that, it was such a profound awakening that I never really processed it. And after that, that was 2021. For most people, I think they woke up around COVID time. That's also when I woke up. But because I was 20 at the time, 20 years old, I'm still quite a young man. Because I was 20 years, I couldn't, it didn't come in quickly. For 2020, my awakening was like, I need to take care of my physique, I need to do this. Then 2021 is something different, 2022 is something different. So at that time, I wasn't even aware of the narcissistic whatever. I didn't know what that was, but it was so clear what that was. And I don't know how I processed I processed it. That word is I don't know how I processed it. I guess it was still in my body. That's why I've decided to share it with you. But yeah, your narc, it doesn't matter what title they took, they do not like you. They forget like you. They have tried many times to kill you. I mean, I'll share another story about the same narc female who, while we were having a scuffle during my awakening, she tried to input suicidal thoughts into me by trying to manipulate me to make me think like I wanted to kill myself. That's how they have to do when you awaken. They have to make you think there's something wrong with you. In fact, let me make a video on that right now. But the narcs hate you. They have a deep hate for you. Never expect any type of empathy, sympathy from them. Of course, they can't give it. But it is very important for you to digest that fact. That fact will allow you to never go back to those people, because you understand that they are your enemies, that they are the ones who will put a dagger in your back as quickly as anyone else, you see. So the illusions that you have, of course, if you awaken, you're beginning to detach from the illusions of the matrix of what you expect this person to be because of a certain title, a certain genetic connection. All of that is rubbish. Disconnect your perceptions of that. Of course, I've healed significantly from that. It's why I'm able to share. So continue to heal and continue to digest those truths. Okay, you are an incredible person, and those who, let's say, do not have a soul, it's very hard for them to really like you, because you're everything they would never, they can't even imagine being you. So hate comes natural for them because you're very foreign to them. It could be your parents, it could be your grandparents, it could be your siblings. I'll share another story about my siblings. you know let me even just share it because it's around hate. But it is not just around hate, it is around sabotage. It is around seeing you in positive emotions. You see, the reason why she recorded that while I was on the ground writhing in pain was because it brings them a certain joy to see you in pain. You see, that's who they are. That's just who they are. So you can imagine how they are with themselves. Imagine that, because every man knows what they are inside. So imagine, oh my god. Beg you, guy. Imagine just having that level of hate inside of you. If that's the hate I was given, imagine what they gave to themselves. You dig? So I was around, this was 10, I was, under 10 years old, maybe just above. Yeah, definitely under 10, between maybe 5 and 10. I can't remember which specific date. And I had gotten a car. For me and my family, it was very difficult for me to get things because the NAC family and the NAC parents always wanted to make it difficult for me when I asked for something. When the other siblings, golden child, asked for something, it was instant. But for me, there was always, it's good because it allowed me never to be entitled in life. I don't have a weird expectation that life has to give me something just because I exist. That's the problem that the golden child has. That's why they never accomplish anything. So while they were intending for it to be a curse and to punish me, of course it was difficult. I derived great character benefits from it, but they always wanted to make things very difficult for me when I wanted to get something. Even when I wanted to get my laptop to go to school, they had the money, but they were like, go to this place, check. No, that's not. Then you see, and then go to this place. They are always trying to make you. They can't just allow you to have peace and to thrive. So at that time, two stories, and then this story, and then we wind up. I had gotten a toy car, a yellow toy car with a remote control. My nigga, I can't even know what I did to the NAC parents to give me this, but they got it for me. So I'm riding around the family with the car. I'm so excited. This is a toy car. This is 10 years ago, you know. I didn't even have a phone or anything. So I've gotten this yellow car. I'm driving it around. Things are good, you know. And of course, I think the golden child who was female got something else, but I got this. Now, the narc golden child always hates you because one, they are narc and they never want to see you in any type of positive emotion. They don't, you know, thrive around empaths who have positive emotions. So while I'm with the yellow car, with the, yeah, it was a yellow toy car with a remote control. Guess what these narc siblings did? While I'm asleep, I went to sleep. I think I used to leave my toy car in my bed or on the chair. They took the car, put it right where I used to wake up. I used to wake up and then, you know, just where I would step. That's how you know these guys are always, you know, watching and observing you to a incredible detail. And just as I was waking up, they put my car so that I would wake up and immediately I step from the bed. I would immediately step on it. You know, I'm a big guy, not in terms of height, but I was quite, how do I say it, heavyweight. Not as much, but you know, I had enough weight where as soon as I stepped on that car, it was over and it broke. I think it was the remote, and then they ended up doing, you know, destroying something else. All this story to say is that imagine I was asleep. Let's go through the sequence of these Narc siblings and these Narcs in general. I was asleep. They saw my car. They had been hating on me, not because they couldn't get the same car. They could have asked for the same car or whatever they wanted. It was because I was happy. You see, they just don't like seeing people happy because they are miserable. While I was asleep, they woke up, put the the toy car just right there next to my bed so that I'd wake up and step on it. And then they stepped back and then they watched. Thank you, guy. And then they watched. That's why when you start to hear what happens to these narcs, fuck all the empathy stuff, fuck all the, you will not laugh, but do not try to, you know, somehow feel like this is what they deserve. Every man deserves what they get, what they give. You see, leave them alone. Do not try to revenge. Do not try to. And of course, I was caught up in it because, you know, we are humans. But imagine that level of hate. This is a small child that's enacting this type of hate to another child who has not done anything. Because as an empath, you are always innocent most of the time. Not that you are mischievous as a kid, of course. And when you did it, God made sure that you are properly, even over punished because of who you are. But the Narcs hate you. They've hated you for a long time. They hate seeing you happy. They hate you in seeing you in positive emotions. And you can share in the story your own, you know, similarities, but throughout your life, if you look at it, you will see that they were always trying to take away that joy, that happiness, that sunshine. Look at the sun. What song is that? Anyway, you're blessed. Stay in love, but remember, this truth will help you never go back to them or ever associate with them. They hated you. I didn't say dislike. They hated you. Hate is the opposite of love. It is so opposite of love that it can only come from those who are expected to love you. Let me repeat that again. Hate is so opposite of love. It is like the other side of love, that it can only come from those people who you either expect to give you love, or you had this person, or they are somewhere close to you where they can mask that hate by, you know, with the love. And of course, while you stay around, I'll show you how they used to do that to me, and I'm sure to you too, they did the same. You dig? So, you know, keep on pushing, keep on doing what you gotta do, and just understand that it is you, yourself, and you. There is no one else. It's just you, yourself, and I. If you, it's you, yourself, and God, and that's all you need, empaths. That's all you need. Adios.